Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, the great millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, with fear and tremble, coming out with sincerity. I am preaching the true understanding of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right, this is Yakawal, and I just want to go on, just a spiritual rant. All right, here on my job, man, but I got a lot of time right now. The trucks are delayed, so just gonna go off the spirit, man. Because there was already a Jake, man, that asked me questions about things, and I gave him a little bit of truth about certain things, and man, I made the comment to him, that we're in such a late time. And it's a marvel that people don't question still, or after all this time, you still don't know that certain things are wrong, all right, or that they're not right. And it just got me thinking. The scriptures speak true, man. All right, the scriptures speak true. When you look about the mentality of the world, all right, there's nothing to it. All right, they don't help contribute. They don't help. The people don't help progress anything. This is something I was talking to a brother about. Yesterday before I left. Before I left to come back home. But these regular common people, man, they don't help with anything. And they don't question their paths. They don't inquire about anything. And it's crazy really how Esau did a number on the world, man. When you look at all things, the establishment that he put on the earth by his wickedness, it's crazy, man, like how deep wickedness really can go. Because people don't even understand that they're being controlled. I gave that man the understanding of the word government. The word government literally means to control your mind. And these like, again, these regular common people, man, they don't understand that their minds have already been tapped into. And I'm talking about they've been abducted basically by Esau. Those minds have been attacked already. And so it's just really, what I'm talking about is, it's just a marvel. All right. And to the point that we're at right now, where every man in this truth, that believes in Yahweh Bashem Yahshua sincerely, when you acknowledge things, or not even that, when you observe things, and I've heard Jake plenty of times, man, they'll be like, man, Jake is through, or Eve is through, or Esau is through, or this and that is through. But to know the scriptures, that what Yahweh Shai said, man, that these people were going to get even worse. The book of How the White Folk Got Rich talks about how America's society stands on a rickety scaffold type of foundation. This stuff is getting ready to break, and you can see it as morally destroyed as these people are. Nobody possesses any type of knowledge about Yahweh Bashem Yahshua of a higher power. That's what I'm calling Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, a higher power, right? Nobody inquires an alternate route or path. They think that it's just what it is. You wake up, you live wickedly, or you live according to your own indulgences, your own detestable things in your minds and your thoughts. And then you go back to sleep, and then you just wake up and rinse and repeat it again. Like, there's no inquiry of anything. And it's crazy because as empty as these souls are, man, they think that they deserve things. They think that they deserve life when it's presented to them. They think that they deserve to be delivered when a trouble comes. But you got to ask yourself, what have these people honestly contributed? What works have they put out to deserve any type of salvation? That's why the scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon, is it Wisdom of Solomon or is it Sirach, where it says that many are deceived by their own vain opinion? That deception that comes from their own, the scriptures have said it, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Many are led to a lie or delusion because they believe things that aren't true. They believe that they deserve to be saved when they don't deserve to be saved. They believe that their contribution to society is always on par whenever it comes to needing something else. Well, look what I did here, or look what I did there. So like, I'm trying to get this bug at the same time, But that's that selfish spirit, man. That pride. The pride makes you believe that regardless of what you do or how far you stray away from the Most High, that you deserve benefit regardless of what you do. And that's really that comes from the Christian church. All right? That comes from the Catholic bullshit, man. Don't sin, but they don't tell you what sin is. Or all you got to do is just confess what you did, and the Lord will forgive you right then and there to the Father, the so-called priest. Like, I don't know, man. And it's like it, man. I've been up since 6. I know that's not early. That's not early, but I've been here doing absolutely nothing. Everything's gotten delayed, man. They just bought this plant, so I have time. That's why I want to try to make a lesson, But that was just something I was thinking about. That's something that's been on my spirit, man, for the last few weeks. The marvel about how people can still walk in their own vain opinion after the earth has been getting flooded with truth. Now you could be like, well, what if they never heard it? No, man. The sound has gone throughout all the earth, through the internet, via the internet. They've had opportunity. All right, Jake, the oikoumene, and I'll include the oikoumene, which is the whole world. They've had opportunity to look at how to have good conduct and a good composure to the world. Again, man, just because the nations don't have these laws, man, doesn't mean that that they're not supposed to fall in line and obey them. They're still demanded to obey the law, the Lord, the ways of the Lord. All right. Now we understand that through Israel, and only Israel, can they learn by Yahweh Shem Shai, because we're basically in a sense the Lord's taskmasters, if that's the right word to use. We're the Lord's. That's the only word I can think of. We make sure we're the creation of the Lord, the nation of people that the Lord created to make sure that the rest of the world operates in its proper manner. In this, what I'm talking about, Israel is really supposed to be the nation of people that teach the rest of the heathen how to act the right way. Now, can they fully act the right way and instill the ways of the Lord? No, they can't. Which is why we're going to be ruling them with the rod of iron. Because they're going to try to go off. They're going to try to do things. All right? But we understand that's for even a greater purpose too. That's to keep the rulership to Israel. But, seeing how, like, even knowing that you've had opportunity to learn, you're at the end of the day, you're without excuse. Because like I said, the sound went throughout the whole earth, meaning via the internet. All right? And if you don't ever hear this truth, that's nobody else's fault but yours. All right? We understand, all right? We understand that the Lord, if He wants you to find out the ways of truth, you're going to search. You're going to search. All right? You're going to do your due diligence to find out the truth. And and let's just say you can't. But if your heart be sincere, the Lord will allow you to find it. That's the thing. That's how he brings you in. That's how he'll potentially choose you. But if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you ain't showing no initiative or motivation or desire for truth, then you're not going to be presented with it. You're not going to have that opportunity to hear it. There's a lot of people in this time who are going to die in ignorance. You know, but before they die, they're going to learn. They're going to know why they die. Nobody's going to die. Nobody's going to die without knowing why they die. But they are going to die in ignorance. And I'm talking about they're going to die without this knowledge. All right. I know it sounds. What does that say? Hypocritical or something? I can't even. It's not good for the lack of words. But you know, yeah, man. You know, these people. Man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, gave the inhabitants more than enough time to amend their ways. All right, you know, they were given enough time, you know, to like I said, you know, fix things, fix that separation that was made between them and the Lord. You know, now I'm speaking to Israel. You know, man, to hear a guy tell you, man, that he's a Christian still in 2022, come on, man. There was an article put up, and I even put it up, and then another brother put it up. Christianity's dying. It used to be that like 75% of the world or some shit like that, man, or like 91% of the world. I don't remember. Something stupid. But more than half the world believed on Jesus and Christianity, basically. But they're saying there's been a decline in it. It's less than half the world now, I believe. Or it's like 61%. A little bit more than half, but not as much. You know, so for you to still live in that deep ignorance, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter, living in that great war of ignorance. Yeah, man, it's a marvel. You can't, you know, come to the realization that this world is fucked up. That our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, are in a fucked up situation. You can't come to the realization that we're still in captivity and the devil, Esau, has been working iniquity upon us and on our minds to keep us in that slave mentality. You know, after all the race riots that have been going on, after all the inequality that's been displayed upon our people, and you want to act as if we're finally getting over a wall that was that was impossible to get over. No, man, that was all a guise. Look up the word guise. The word guise goes into the word, basically goes into why am I forgetting it? The word, the distortment of truth. So basically, obscurity. You're covering or hiding the truth and making it to seem something else that it ain't. You know, so. But the Lord has laid down more than undeniable proof that this place is over with. The ones that rule it are your oppressor, and their end goal is to kill you. It just, I don't know. When I was talking to this dude, this Jake, it just like, man, come on, like, you're young, you know, in a sense, like, he may be the same age as me, but, you know, come on, man, like, there's no excuse. I get it, you know, we already know. If you don't find this truth, man, it's because the Lord don't want you to find it. But to have that simple ass spirit still, when there's more than enough proof to show that what the scriptures say is true, but we understand you're lost and your eyes are blinded by the God of this world, you know, or you can't spiritually discern, you know, things like that, man. But you know, at the end of the day, like the scriptures say, man, it shall speak and shall not lie. You know, things are going to come to full fruition. And I mean, at that time, no, it's going to be too late for you to acknowledge and get right. You know, but you had your time. You had to, hey, I didn't even realize it. It says 144. But you had your time, you know? So that's just something I wanted to talk about, you know, real quick, man. I know Salakif, I didn't really bring out many scriptures. Really, it's just about the one that popped in my head the most over this whole topic was evil seducers shall wax worse and worse. You know, the yes of God, that the love of many shall wax cold. Just representing that these people's minds are going to decay even worse. Their morals are going to decline even more. Their behavior is going to become even more naughty, more bad behaving, more, you know, non-discreet. Hey, as of 2023, man, I think it's Illinois gonna legalize. You can no longer detain someone for like aggravated battery, aggravated assault, second-degree murder. You know, other things like stalking and shit like that, man. So, hey, this is that door to allow things to get worse. So, yeah, man. But with that, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. When I give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings to the elect. All right, Yahweh Bashem Shai Brakathum, Kwam Shai Allah Shalom.